everyone. So here's my answer to question 5, our final question. What are important goals and objectives for students studying to be educational and school psychologists? So, what a learning experience this has been. The questions that I was able to research throughout this class really got me thinking about what it is that I'm so interested in pursuing and made clear the underlying principles that allow school and educational psychology to be such significant agents of change in the field of education. So, when I think of the goals that I wish to set in place for myself, there is one that stands above all the rest. My first and biggest goal is to be a lifelong independent learner. I know that the minute I complete this program and start practicing in the school, something is bound to change on us. So, just like it was mentioned in the provided question 5 transcription, change is the only constant. This was the first reason why this goal immediately came to mind. But then I realized it was about so much more. By continuing to learn about my field every year that I practice as a school psychologist, I am making a commitment to being the best LSSP that I can be for my schools. I am reminding myself of my potential to be an agent for change as well as the importance of my job. I am helping myself to not grow stagnant, but rather to continuously flourish, leading to improved confidence and practice. Also, I hope that by regularly talking with other school psychologists at conferences, for example, I will be able to reignite my passion for what I do. Oh, and it's required. The NASP model of comprehensive and integrated school psychological services shows research and program evaluation as being the foundation of school psychologist service delivery. All who are in the field of educational and school psychology likely share this previously mentioned goal of autonomous learning. In composing the following personal goals, however, I'm really thinking about my own situation specifically, and all may not consider them as their own. The goals reflect the lingering questions and uncertainties regarding educational and school psychology that I know I must clarify for myself before I am able to confidently and competently practice as a school psychologist. The first goal that I aim to accomplish is to get to know the LSSPs who work in surrounding school districts in which I plan to be employed. As the responsibilities of a school psychologist vary greatly from one district to another, it is a good goal for me to become familiar with what these roles and responsibilities may consist of, depending on where you are. So I know in a smaller district, for example, the LSSP may be required to facilitate ARD meetings, whereas in a larger district, maybe the LSSP might only attend the ARD meetings to review their evaluations. And sure, NASP provides the numerous expectations of what a school psychologist is to accomplish, but the terms to me can be a little general. For example, the NASP model of comprehensive and integrated school psychologist services states school psychologists have knowledge of varied models and methods of assessment and data collection methods for identifying strengths and needs, developing effective services and programs, and measuring progress and outcomes. But I feel like if I don't get specific ideas of how others are accomplishing some of these responsibilities, I won't be able to competently follow through. And finally, this leads me to my final goal for now. As I am improving the other half of what being a school psychologist consists of, such as with problem solving and the interventions that I plan to implement, I want to be certain that whatever I apply in my schools is evidence based. This requires that I become quite knowledgeable in the various evidence based practices that are out there. I must tap into my knowledge of research, in that I will have to be able to determine why these particular interventions are considered to be evidence based, as well as the population of students on which the interventions are proven to be most effective for, and whether they will work for the specific situations that I intend to use them. And really, this last goal seems to fit in quite nicely with my initial goal of never putting a stop to my pursuit of learning. And really, so much goes back to this never ending quest. I realize now that nearly all of what a school psychologist has the potential to accomplish comes from an inner drive and desire to want to be successful, to see good things happen, and to help others to thrive and live its potential. I believe you must have this inner drive in order to